Hi.
Hey, what's going on? How are you?
Good. How are you?
I'm doing good, doing
Sorry
good. You
about my
look lovely.
technical difficulties. This thing just wanted to act crazy on me.
No, are you kidding me? It's all good. Technology's unpredictable. I'm still really bad at it myself.
You know, you're actually randomly really good at it.
I'm good at binging movies right now. That's my specialty right now. Zombie movies and post-apocalyptic movies. I'm really good at that right now.
Really, that you don't mind watching post-apocalyptic movies right now?
I actually kind of enjoy it. I don't know.
Wow.
Oddly enough, I kind of enjoy it. I really like it. Right now, I finished watching last night Dawn of the Dead. Have you seen that one?
Oh yeah,
It's
yeah, yeah.
crazy. I was like, okay, this is preparing me. This is definitely
Oh my.
preparing me.
I hope
Yeah,
not. Oh my
I've been
god.
watching a lot of wild ones. 28 Days Later, Daybreakers, some other really good films. I was watching Snowpiercer yesterday with Chris Evans.
Okay.
So
Oh, I need to check that one out. Where like these movies to me they stress me out because it
yeah,
feels too real. But
yeah,
I mean,
yeah. I guess just get your blanket, get your cookies, and just get ready for a little trip.
exactly. All right.
How
So
you
I
doing?
wanted to start off by talking about your amazing op-ed.
Okay.
For those of you who haven't checked it out, please go to teenvogue.com. Diego did a really great op-ed about ways to cope through the coronavirus pandemic, and just ways to stay active and not go crazy, not feel crazy. And
Yes.
so for you, I wanted to ask you, like, how long have you been, because you're in LA, so how long have you been on quarantine, and what has it been for you in terms of like really kind of getting into a zone where you're not stir crazy?
Yeah, no, totally. So I was actually planning on going to quarantine over at my house in Corona with my family and
Oh,
chilling
okay.
over there for a while. I was planning on it, but I ended up seeing a friend because they needed some extra food, and I gave them some food, and then I thought about it. I was like, I don't know where you've been, so I don't want to go to my house and infect my mom if
Mm,
I'm. So I just played it safe, and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna stay home. I'm gonna make the best of it and actually handle some stuff that I have to handle and really dive into some projects that I want to dive into.
yeah.
Um, but yeah, no, it's been a hectic little quarantine for sure. I think it started March 16th, right? I think for
Yeah.
everybody, LA's lockdown.
Yeah, yours, I think yours was a little bit after ours, but around the same time, like top of March, basically.
Yeah, wait, where are you right now?
I'm in New York.
Oh my
Oh
God.
yeah,
Oh
yeah,
shoot.
I was in LA to shoot you. Yeah, we're in New York, so
Oh, okay. Oh,
yeah, yeah,
wow.
yeah.
Yeah, well, stay safe. Stay
Thank
healthy,
you. Ditto, ditto, kiddo.
please.
What prompted you to write that? Like, what's kind of the, what has been your sort of take on what's been going on, and what kind of prompted you to want to let other people, encourage people to stay home?
Yeah, no, well, obviously, there's a lot of people out there with health issues that if they get infected with this virus, they will, the chances are a little bit lower. Myself included, my lungs are really bad. I had bronchitis last year, really bad, and turned to like a pneumonia, and then I got an inhaler, and then I got asthma. I was like, I've been
Ugh.
healthy all my life, and I was just so I got that, and ever since then I've had like a really bad cough. So myself, I'm very precautious right now going out there because I'm not trying to, you know what I mean? Because so,
Yeah,
um,
it's a risk.
yeah, exactly. It's a risk that I'm not really trying to take. So I'm trying to encourage everybody because there's so many people like myself to stay home because you never know if you're asymptomatic. You don't know if who you can infect. So it's better to just stay home right now until the people that we put in charge, until the medical professionals, find the vaccine or find a way to test everybody to see who should be staying home and who should be going back to work and all that stuff. But I also wrote that letter for myself, though. You know what I mean? It was like
Hmm.
it was almost like a letter to myself, a letter to see what I can do. The
Hmm.
podcast, the meditation,
Hmm.
the working out, the learning to cook, all the stuff that I want to do and get into. So I wrote that. Anytime I write anything, it's not just for me to tell people what to do. It's for myself also. So I'm
Yeah.
taking my own advice. I'm not just writing blindly.
And I think, what was interesting about it was you mentioned like a lot of things, games people can play and books and journaling and,
Yeah.
but you also mentioned just sitting and like with your thoughts and kind of getting to know yourself.
Yeah.
Like, are you deeply into meditation? Like, what do you do to kind of,
I
when
mean,
you're
I,
not
I,
being
I
active?
wouldn't say deeply. I mean, I levitate a little bit. I'll start floating a little bit, but No, yeah, no, I meditate for sure. I meditate, I think 20 minutes a day.
Okay,
Each,
that's
yeah,
great.
20 minutes a day in the morning, right off the morning, just to, I think the morning should be, you should owe it to yourself, you know, don't check your phone right away. Don't immediately get hooked into, you know, Instagram or Twitter, or any of that stuff, TikTok, you know what I mean? You gotta really own the first hour of the day. You
Mm,
know, get your morning routine, wake up, meditate, pray, stretch, you know, call your mom, call your pop, you know, do
hmm.
that stuff, and then get the day starting.
Right.
That's what I've been doing lately. And then after I get my morning right, eat my breakfast, work out, and then I just start focusing on either acting or writing a project.
Yeah. So I was going to ask you, I mean, I feel like for me, schedules really help. Like the morning, I kind of work out and then I get into work, the same thing. How do you find that like kind of having a schedule every day is just really helpful?
It's very helpful. Yeah, no,
Yeah.
you're absolutely right. It's super helpful. The thing is, my 8 a.m. turned to like 1 p.m. You know what I mean? Like I'd be waking up way too late. And I'm like, damn, it's gonna be one of those days. I was like, okay, I can still do the whole, you know, I can still do the 8 a.m. to 10 p.m., but it's just gonna be different hours.
Yeah. Yeah.
But like I said, these movies are getting me hooked, and I can't stop binging at night. You know what I
um,
mean?
I'm watching peaceful, happy movies, like
Yeah,
comedies, but like go off, man. I can't,
yeah.
ugh, oh my goodness. With that said, because I'm going to transition into On My Block,
Mm.
do you watch On My Block? Like, do you go back and watch the seasons?
I I saw season one. I saw season two. I didn't see season three. Once Netflix released it, only because I seen it so many times in post. You know what I
Okay.
mean? So I seen it so
Hmm.
many times in post. I seen it like the rough drafts, and I've seen it many times, but I haven't seen like the official. So maybe I need to
Really?
do that. I haven't seen
Yeah.
it like officially like sat down and been like, okay, it's out, it's on my TV. But also it's because like we were doing a lot of press, and then the quarantine stuff happened, so
Yeah.
I didn't
Oof.
have my family to come over to watch it with me. I didn't have my friends to come over because everything started like, you know what I mean. So
Yeah.
I was like, okay, well I'm not about to just watch it. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna watch it by myself.
Yeah.
I don't
This
even
year
have
has
my
been
dog. I don't even
so.
have my
Oh,
puppy to
you.
watch it with me.
Where's your puppy? Is your puppy with your parents or with you?
Yeah, he's back home.
Oh,
Yeah, yeah, he's back home right now. Miss him. I miss the little guy.
man. This year has been crazy. You said that, and that really
Yeah.
resonated with me. That part in the op-ed when you were talking about how you thought this year would be just different, and it's
I
just
literally thought it was going to be the most perfect year. I can't stress that enough. I was like, damn, 2020. The numbers just feel perfect. Everything about it just felt perfect. The whole
it's the
essence of
craziest
itself.
thing.
And then it took a very big swing,
Yeah.
with a lot of tragic events. And you know, it is what it is. Life's always gonna have its own plan, um, for better, for worse, and we'll get through it. I know we will. We always
Yeah.
do.
Man, we have to. You know.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. And it'll make us stronger. I really feel that.
I love that. I love that perspective because I mean that's literally all we have right now is just to hope that it
Yeah,
gets better and do our part where we can to just make it like you said the heroes are also they're medical workers and they are doing their thing.
definitely,
So we can definitely do our part as well to ease up their workload, you know, and stay in. So
definitely.
yeah, for
Do you have
sure.
any friends over in the medical field right now?
Oh my God, my mom is a midwife. So
Wow.
she's a nurse midwife, so she helps deliver babies and
Yeah.
she's kind of one of those like necessary jobs. And
Mm.
so she's still going in and it like freaks me out every day. It's so stressful, but
Yeah.
you know, and she's almost 72, so it's just like
Mm.
she's almost 70, I should say, as
Mm.
well. So it's like she's in that zone of like, you know, the most sort of what's it called, the most, you know, the people that can get it the most or easily susceptible, I would say.
Yeah.
So it's, you know,
Yeah.
they're
But on the
truly
positive,
warriors.
I was gonna say on the positive side, her immune system is probably way stronger than
Oh
ours
yeah.
because she's in a hospital. You know what I mean? She's in a
Yeah,
hospital.
yeah.
She's
Yeah,
in there working.
for like
She's a
50
champ.
years,
You
so
know.
yeah,
So
she's yeah,
she's, you know, she's good.
yeah, yeah.
That's awesome.
All right, let's get into On My Block because I'm seeing all these people questions and what's going on, Caesar. All right, so
I haven't looked at the
Caesar.
comments. I haven't gone live in so long. It's been a while. Yeah, I don't really. I like it, but it's just I don't know, just a little bit
It's
weird.
very raw. It's like
It's very raw. It's like what you see
Yeah.
is what you get, and then somebody screen records like a little bit, and then I don't know, and then you see it later on, and you're just like, I said that, God. But
All right. So this season, it was all about El Cuchillos, right?
Cuchillos, yeah, just Cuchillos, yeah.
She, like, little woman, very fucking scary.
Yeah.
Sorry for cursing, guys, but she's
No, you're
really
good. You're
scary.
good.
I mean, when she popped up in Monse's bedroom, I was like, ma'am.
Yeah. I could get in there. She crawled in through the window. Just like, you know what I mean?
Because she smoothly walked in, like, hey.
Yeah. She came into the chimney.
This season, it was very much like about, you know, navigating her and like her demands and all that. And I don't want to give too many spoilers for people who haven't watched the whole thing yet, but you should.
Yeah.
But your character also was going through a lot. There was a lot of emotional stuff with Caesar, with his brother, with his dad. So what was it like this season, kind of having to tap into the more emotional spectrum of your character? Was it challenging? You know, what did you do to kind of get prepared for those scenes?
You know, oddly enough, to me, it felt like season 2 was the most stressful and most emotional for Caesar. You know, everywhere he went, he was rejected. Everybody didn't want to be a part of his life. Nobody wanted to take the risk of being his friend. And everybody just kept pushing him away. You see it in episode 1 of season 2. His own brother pushes him to the streets. You know, Monse was the only one who really had his back. And she wanted him to go to Ruby's house. He was like, no, I don't want to go over there. Goes to Ruby's house at the turn of it all. And then Ruby's mom kicks him out. You know what I mean? And then at the end, where he's about to hug Ruby, and he doesn't even know if they're still cool, if they're still boys or not. And luckily, Ruby accepted him. But for me, season 2 was the roughest. I think emotionally.
Really?
Honestly, yeah, definitely, without a doubt. Season 2,
okay.
I would get anxiety the night before shooting a really heartbreaking scene. I was like, man, I don't know if I could get there. Like, I don't know. It's just there's a lot on the line. And I want to tell the story right because I owe the truth to it, and it deserves a lot of respect. Because this is a real story. You know, it happens a lot more often than not, unfortunately. But season 3 was also stressful too, or not stressful. Very emotional too. I made sure to speak with all the actors about the relationship, about the dynamic with Spooky, with Monse, especially with my father, Ray, played by Ian Castleberry.
Yeah.
So I made sure before we did any scene to just really chat, really hang out, really have a human connection with him. And before I handled one of the scenes, I forgot which scene it was. I think it was the scene after Ray gets kicked out by Spooky. I made sure to chat with Ray, and I said, hey, I'm going to go into the scene, but I need something personal. I need to connect with you on a more personal level. I need to tell you something that I've never told anybody. And if you can, it'd be awesome if you told me something that you've never told anybody. And so I can just go into this scene with that mindset where I'm not just performing another up in the air cliche kind of like, you know what I mean? You kick my dad out, that kind of stuff. It's more personal, and I'm fighting for something deeper. So he told me some very personal stuff from his childhood, and so did I. And yeah, I mean, I thought we did so many takes that day. We did so many different physical stuff and emotional stuff. It was good. It was good.
Yeah. I also really love the relationship between Caesar and his brother, Spooky. I just feel like you guys are. I mean, do you feel like at this point the rapport between you two, just as actors, has kind of just built up, and it's easy once you get on set, or how has that built up over the years? Yeah. Definitely.
No, I mean, I owe all the credit to Julio's work ethic. He's a very incredible actor, very serious on set. When he's working, you know, when he's not working, he's Julio. And he's being just a cool guy. But no, when we're working, he's just very on point. You know, we're rehearsing like 4, 5, 6 times before we even shoot a take, before we even shoot a rehearsal. So we're always just on. And we also have a on-set acting coach, Eric Gutierrez. So you already know me. I'm always with him. I'm like, yo, bro, let's run some lines. Let's do this. Let's rehearse. Do you think this is a smart choice? Do you think I should try this? Do you think I should try that? And the three of us we get to it, you know? So, but yeah, it's always nice to go back to set and do a scene with Julio because you instantly get rewired. It just connects all again. So.
Yeah. You guys, and it's so crazy because having met you twice and Julio once, you both truly transform. You are not your characters.
Yeah.
And I mean that in a good way. Like
Oh yeah.
we love, you know, the duality, but like you
Yeah.
truly transform. You really do transform into brothers.
Yeah.
And it's really, it's awesome. Yeah, it's awesome.
He's a good guy. He's a really good guy. He's also doing Selena for Netflix. I
Oh,
think it comes
dope.
out 2020. I think it comes out. I'm not sure when it comes out, so I don't want to say a date. My boy Brian Arion's on that too, so make sure to check that out. It's gonna be good. Paul Rodriguez is on there, professional skateboarder that I looked up to growing up. So check that out. It's gonna be really good.
Yeah, yeah. I also wanted to ask about this season as well. Like, was there, because there's, again, no spoilers, but there's one particular episode that's really funny involving a pool. Was there was there an episode where you read the script and you were like, I can't wait to shoot this? Or how do you, like, was there a moment like that for you at all?
I'm trying to think. Let's see.
I know it's
I
a
think
while back now.
maybe episode 6. I was really excited to shoot that. I was really excited to shoot that because I knew that we were going to have to wear these crazy costumes.
The video set one. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So I was like, okay, we're gonna have to wear these crazy costumes. We're gonna have to dance. We're gonna have to do the music video and all this stuff. So I was really excited to shoot that. We danced. We did some crazy moves for like 2 hours. We got so many different takes. So that was really fun. I was exhausted. I guess the scene that I could wait to shoot the longest was the last one. The last one was like, I read the script and I was like, are you guys messing with me? Is this a joke, or like what's going on? But no, I trust the writers all the way. They're very creative and they know what they're doing. So I'm excited to see.
What? Oh, the same.
Yeah. I'm excited.
Same. Something I also, in the piece that I wrote about you and Sierra, I definitely want to touch on this. I talked to you guys about this before, but I think it's really important to highlight that there was a lot of Black and brown people who were on set, in front of the camera, obviously, with the cast, but behind the camera as well.
Yeah.
And I'd love for you to talk about that. You talked about the acting coach who you work with as well.
Yeah.
I think what we love about On My Block is it feels so authentic.
Yeah.
And so can you just talk a little bit about like the importance of having POC front and behind the camera when working?
Yeah. No, totally. Luckily we owe it to Netflix and the producers. They provided the opportunities to everybody on screen and behind the screen. Everybody was someone of color. Like literally everybody. Felt like the most diverse set I've ever been on. And everybody's really down to earth. And they're opening up the doors for not just actors like myself, not just directors, because we get a new director on every episode or every 3 episodes. But they're opening up the doors for a lot of creatives behind the scenes, kids who maybe didn't have an opportunity to go to college to get that degree, to show a big network, hey, I have this credential, I have this diploma, can I get a job with you guys? Yeah. So they're definitely opening up the doors and providing a lot of opportunity, providing a lot of work to, I don't know exactly the name of what they do. Making a movie is the most complex thing. Making a TV show is the most complex thing. It's not just director. It's not just actor. It's not just writer. There's so many little elements to it, and we all contribute to it. And if one of them falls under, if one of them doesn't, if we don't get them, then we don't get the show. You know what I mean? Yeah. Just like if you can't get the actor, you can't get the shot, obviously. Yeah. So it's really nice to have, and we all connect. You know what I mean? We all connect, and we all go out together. We went like rollerblading the other day. That was crazy. Like after we wrapped season 3, we went rollerblading at this place in Glendale, and it was crazy. There's a lot of people there, so we got mauled. But no, it's good to have, and keeps you human too, going to set, chatting with everybody, connecting with everybody. So it's a beautiful thing.
It's a really, I love that about your set. It's very diverse, and it shows in the set, what objects and pictures and posters are on the set in the different rooms, even the crosses in Rudy's house, and, just all those specific things, how Monse's hair is done, like all those things that feel very authentic matter, and that happens behind the camera.
Yeah, so. Everything. Makeup artists, everybody. Sound, cinematographers, boom mic, all that stuff.
Yep.
Everybody. Props. Those guys.
They're working.
Yeah, everybody.
All right, Diego, we have 99 questions.
Okay. Yeah, let's do it.
So let me go through these. Woo.
I
Okay.
look
A
crazy.
lot of questions.
I got bed hair right now.
Oh my God. Please.
I
Half
woke
of
up
these are
like an
like, will you marry me?
hour ago.
So you're
What was
fine.
that?
Half of these questions are, will you marry me? So you're fine.
Yes, I will marry every single one of you guys.
I'm repeatedly getting a season 4 question, but I know you can't answer that. So we will.
I can't answer that. And on top of anything, that's not even on my focus right now. My focus is just making sure my mother is healthy, my father's healthy, my family's healthy, society, everybody, doctors and nurses are doing their job, and I'm making it easy for them. That's like where my focus is right now.
Love it.
So.
Okay. So somebody is asking, a couple people are asking, what's your favorite scene to shoot? I don't know if they mean like in particular, like one or like, I guess if I were to rephrase this, do you have a favorite person to shoot with and why? In my mind, it's probably Brett, but let me know.
I love Brett so much, but I have a hard time shooting him because he's just so funny. Like I have a hard time, like, you know what I mean? The director like, hey Diego, like we need you to focus. I'm like, I'm so sorry. I can't. It's too funny. We had to shoot this one scene where he was like shaving my armpit hair in season 2, and like I couldn't get that one together. It's at the intro. It's like the intro montage where Caesar starts to live with Jamal.
Oh yes,
and I
and
couldn't
like
stop cracking. I could not stop cracking up. And then like his foot like goes in Caesar's face and he, like smacked me in the face with his foot. And I was like, man, I can't keep it together. My favorite person
was really good, actually. I need to rewatch it. It was really good.
Season 2?
Yeah.
Season 2 was one of my favorites for sure.
Yeah.
For sure. But
remember the scene? I think I asked you about this before, but the scene where you're running and you're like, the camera's falling and you're running and you're being chased, and jumping. You did all that, right?
Yeah, all of that. All of it. Literally all of it. And I don't think I slept that night, the night before. I couldn't sleep. I was having so much anxiety that whole year. That was one hell of a year. But we got it, we nailed it.
Yeah.
We nailed it. And we owe it to everybody, the crew and everybody.
Somebody also asked, I mean, this kind of answers it, but well, maybe not. What was your favorite season? And why?
I'm not sure. I mean, I like 2. I like 2 because it was such a challenge for me. Yeah. It was the most challenging one for sure. I was staying out in Riverside, my hometown, Corona. So I had to drive every single morning, like to set and back home at like 4 a.m. And it was just really difficult. And it started to like mess with me. But it's weird how life plays out. It's weird how like the show and art plays out because, Caesar was homeless and he was going through so much. And then I was just going through like a whole different world. But it translated, I had that bleed into the work. So that was definitely the most challenging one, We had a lot of challenging material. Yeah. But shoot, maybe season 3. I love season 3. Also I moved right next to the studio. Like my place is right next to the studio. I was traumatized from season 2. So I got a place right next to the studio, and it took me like not even 5 minutes, like a minute to get to set. I'd wake up like 10 minutes before call time and just go there, get there early still.
That's actually probably a huge help, actually. With all the
definitely.
In LA.
Absolutely.
Okay, would you rather live with Spooky or Monse?
Monse, kidding me? Of course. What kind of question is that?
Like Spooky of course. And all his friends?
Nah, Monse. We could bake some cookies, eat some food, some Wingstop. You know what I mean?
Yeah, she's probably she's probably a little cleaner than Spooky too.
Yeah. Yeah.
Let's see. Okay. I'm going to take 2 more questions. Yeah, okay. There's so many questions. Oh my God. There's even more coming in now. Oh, yeah. Somebody asked the scariest scene to shoot. Yeah, let me know if there's been in my mind, when I hear that question, I think of the scene when you're in that room before the surprise in season 2, where it's like padded. And the other gang is like tricking you, or like, remember the scene and you thought like your Caesar was like, oh shit. Well, not really. We know what was happening, but that was a pretty scary scene.
Yeah, no, totally. No, you're definitely right. That was a intense scene for sure. Um, for me, it was maybe season 1, episode 10, where Olivia got shot and all of that. Just everything just felt really just real, and just felt like this kind of stuff happens. You know what I mean? And that's the most heartbreaking thing of it all. Like a kid killed another kid. And that's not just on TV. That's not just in Hollywood. It's not just in movies. That's in real life, and it's really heartbreaking to see. And I don't know. There needs to be changes, with the way kids are brought up in school. Like I feel like there should be a class in school that really emphasizes on mental health, coping issues, all this kind of stuff. They should. I don't know. They should add a new class. I don't know if they have it now. Maybe they do have it now. But when I was growing up, they didn't have this kind of stuff. It's just all up in the air. Like they don't teach you meditation. They don't teach you people skills. They don't teach you this kind of stuff, and they need to, because I don't know, with everything going on right now and technology and having so much information and getting to know somebody so well, you can see where anybody is at any point given in time. Technology can be used as a dangerous asset and tool. So dangerous mind and dangerous technology don't go hand in hand,
Yeah.
So we need to definitely emphasize on that.
It's interesting what you said, because I feel like when I was growing up, we had drills, like fire drills and like safety drills, and now, teens have like shooting drills. And so it would be great, in addition to the drills, if they went hand in hand, like you said, with like mental health and like processing trauma, because it's something that is unfortunately so common these days. So
absolutely, trauma, depression, anxiety, all that stuff, and it's only skyrocketed over the past since. Not to blame it on social media, because it's a very helpful, useful asset, and you can connect with your fans, you can connect with your loved ones. But depression has definitely skyrocketed since. Very high. Yeah. And it's all I don't know. It could all be helped. We could do more, for sure.
Yeah. Hopefully things will be different after this quarantine, but we'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see.
We will see.
All right. Let me get one more question.
Do it.
Ooh, this is a good question. I know a lot of your cast members would love to know this answer. Who are you closest to offset?
Shoot. That's a good. It's so weird. I don't know. We all have like our own seasons together. And I don't mean that in the show. I mean that like in life.
Okay.
Like sometimes I'll hang out with Jason. For like a week straight. We'll go to a party. We'll go eat. Some dinner. We'll go get this or that. We'll go watch a movie. And it's only because everybody else is in New York or on the East Coast or Julio's shooting. But usually, we're all really close. We all hang out. We all do stuff. Julio's house is like the spot to meet up at. Oh, nice. Do you know what I mean? Like we all meet up there and then go to like Universal Studios. Like we went to Universal Horror Nights. That was really fun. That was really cool. All of us together. That was hectic, actually. That was a lot. We had like a lot of people coming up to us and whatnot. So maybe we shouldn't have done that. But no, we're all really close. We're all just a giant family. If I had to pick one of who I'd be closest with or who I think I feel close with, maybe Juanita, the gnome.
Really?
The gnome. No, I'm kidding. No, I'm playing.
Oh.
No.
Like, okay.
Maybe like, I don't know, maybe Brett.
Okay.
Think for sure, Brett. I think we've had probably the most like heart to heart. I think it was before I started shooting season 1. We started doing like the table reads and this and that. And he's like, what's wrong? He's like, what's wrong? And some news on my phone about something in the past, and it's just really heartbreaking. And it was literally like the start of a new chapter right there. And I told him everything that was going on. I told him I don't know what to do, and told me to just move on from it, to let that person, go, and just keep going, enter the new chapter of life, focused, get your priorities straight, put your attention somewhere that it's going to benefit you, instead of putting your attention somewhere that's already harmed you, somewhere that it's very risky to put your attention. Risk, bet on yourself. You know what I mean? Bet on yourself. You can never lose yourself. Love yourself, because you can never lose that love for yourself, and learn it. Love is not just a feeling that happens. It's a choice. It's an action that you do every day. You choose to love. You don't just, you're not just like, oh, I feel happy. It's like, no, you choose to feel happy, because and there's a saying, it's like fake it till you make it. I don't really think about that in terms of fake it till you make it, buy a Ferrari or rent a Ferrari. I don't think about it like that. I think it's more internal, like fake it, fake your body physically, fake your mind mentally. And you can potentially trick yourself into feeling it. But there's also a whole lot more to do with that subject that I'm not a professional on, but try, at the very least try your hardest to benefit yourself.
Yeah. Before we go, I wanted to ask what's next for you, but also since we're all at home, what are you excited to do right after this? Like, what's the first thing you want to do when we're out of quarantine?
Ooh, as soon as I'm out of here, oh my gosh, there's so many things. I don't know. Disneyland, Disney World. I had a dream. I went to Hawaii last night. That was, I had a dream. I went to Hawaii. I was planning on touring South America, just like touring.
Oh, nice.
Going to Ecuador, going to Colombia, going to Mexico, I wanted to travel this year. That was like my goal. I was like, okay, season 3 is going to launch and I'm going to go travel and explore, live life, bring my best friends, bring my brother, and just go have fun. Obviously that didn't happen. But maybe go to Hawaii or Colombia, because that's on the list for this year. And if not for this year, if we can't do that, maybe next year. But yeah. And as far as projects that I have in the past or have done, I wrapped up a movie in February. It's an iconic film. It's a remake of a iconic story that's been told many times. I'll give you a hint: Shakespeare. So it's a remake. It's a totally different interpretation on the movie. I don't know how much I can share about it, on who I play and all this, but it's going to be exciting. It should be released pretty soon. As far as details, I'm not too sure. It just depends on, because with everything going on, everything's been postponed
and all that.
But yeah, I have that film coming out. Hopefully, we get to continue the story on OMB. Obviously we all look forward to that, if so. And then just writing. I want to create and develop my own series and put that on its feet by like 2021. So I want to do that. And create it, a mixture between, kind of like Euphoria and the show called Elite. And,
in Spain,
Yeah, those shows are very good. They touch on topics that aren't necessarily touched on a lot of TV shows. They're very ahead of its time. You know what I mean? They're really raw. They're raw shows, which I love. There's nothing more raw than the truth, and they're telling it. They're telling it for sure. So it was on my block, of course.
Of course.
But I'm trying to mix all of that together.
You got a lot going on, but you know what? Now is the perfect time, like you said, to just really be in thoughts, figure out what your strengths are, what your skills are, but also what you want to do, and feel hopeful and feel excited, and really invest in yourself right now, if possible.
Of course, yeah. I mean, look, we postpone ourselves so many days throughout the year for so many years.
I love that.
We postpone ourselves so much. It's like, okay, no, tomorrow I'll dive into that. Tomorrow I'll start focusing on this. Oh, if only I had the time, this and that. Look, now, obviously, I don't want to say this is a great time, because it's not. I'd be lying if I said it was. This is a very stressful time, financially, mentally, physically, and my heart goes out to everybody. But right now, you can use this time. You can use this time. They say time is like money. Use this time to invest in yourself so you can have a lot of prosperity down the future, and a lot of wealth down the future, however your definition of wealth is. But just use this time, to benefit yourself and to benefit your loved ones too. Extend a hand to a loved one. Be there for somebody. Be there for your parents, because this is a very stressful time. So, know what everybody's coping with. See how you can help. Maybe they just need space. That's, you can do that too. But just use this time to benefit yourself, because it's going to be over with one day. Soon, hopefully. I'm praying soon. And
it will be.
Yeah. And we're all going to get through it together. And you can look back on this time as one of the greatest. You can look back on this time as one of the worst experiences of life, which for some may be. Or you can use this time as the time you got to know yourself, got in tune with yourself, got in tune with your loved ones, deeply connected with your parents, your brother, sister, cousin, told them how much they meant to you, and really just create a new chapter. Create a new chapter from here on out when we get back to it all.
Yeah. Yeah. Thanks, Diego.
Thank you. I appreciate it. I'm gonna go watch
Please
some more
stay
zombie
well.
movies.
You watch the zombie movies for me. I will not be doing that. But but I'm probably gonna rewatch season 2 of On My Block, because as we were talking, I'm like, damn, I did love that season. It was really good.
That one was fire. Yo, that one was fire, and we had the best cinematographer, Tommy Maddox. Real dope. If I get my project on its 2x2021, I'm trying to hit him up. I'm trying to hire him. He's an amazing cinematographer, good crew. Check it out though. Yeah, that was my favorite, I think, for sure. Season 2.
Yeah, it's good. All right, Diego, take care. Thank you so much. Oh, let me get my screen grab of us real quick.
Okay, let's do it.
Perfect.
Nice.
And we'll be in touch. Everybody, please read Diego's op-ed on teenvogue.com. It's really great. It has great tips about coping and staying focused and staying positive. And of course, I'll watch On My Block. Yeah.
Yeah. Hell yeah. Thank you so much for having me. I
Bye.
appreciate you, okay?
Thank
Bye.
you. Take care. Bye.
Bye, guys.